And so too was the case when he showed up on the MJFB YouTube live stream that I am on from time to time on Sundays. There, I went head-to-head with the Hibachi.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. Hope you guys had a good Christmas. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Christmas videos. I can't believe it, but they actually, nothing got blocked. I only had to edit out about 15 seconds out of the NBA Inside Stuff video. And I'm blown away because with all the copywritten music in that, I thought I was screwed. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed that one. And let me know if you guys want more NBA Inside Stuff. Because if YouTube will allow it, I'll definitely watch more episodes of that classic show with you guys. I believe it was on every Saturday morning back in the day. But anyways, welcome to the 26th. Christmas is behind us. New Year's is ahead of us. I wanted to take care of some requests. So I've had quite a few requests while I had to do Jordan on the 23rd, Kobe on the 24th, Christmas. And now, so it was like 3 days where I couldn't check out any of the requests, or actually I couldn't react to any of the requests. So now I got to catch up with you guys. First on the list, lying fraud Gilbert Arenas exposed again for Kobe hate. This is a Skap attack video. Y'all asked for it. It's probably gonna piss me off, but I'll try not to get too pissed off about it. But Gilbert has a way that he's the ultimate ex-basketball, like ex-NBA troll I've ever seen. And he hits a nerve with me quite often. One of those dudes I'll never talk to. I'll never talk to him like face to face. I'll never talk to him on camera. Like, it's never gonna happen. This dude is just, he'll just piss me off the whole time. Anyways, as I always do, I'm gonna link the original video down below in the description. That is Skap attack. Also highly recommend you check out Skap's channel. Good stuff like this all over the place. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video. It helps out a ton. Let's get into this.
Well, what's up, guys? Skap here. And shout out to all of you who have brought to my attention the recent bummish exploits of Agent Zero Gilbert Arenas, who, yes, is a lying fraud.
Hibachi.
You did, in fact, read the title of this video properly. And look, I know, it's a bit harsh terminology to say the least, but what else? Do you call someone who repeatedly lies and slanders another person under the guise of, quote, being a big fan of that person?
Yeah, he says he's the biggest Kobe fan, but he bashes him all the time. And then he also says, like, Jordan's the greatest, but then he bashes him all the time. So he's full of crap. He just... It's a bait and switch with him.
Is precisely what this lying fraud continues to do with Kobe Bryant, claiming he is not only a big Kobe fan, but that Kobe is in fact his favorite player. Yet he is routinely denigrating Kobe, even when he looks stupid as hell in the process.
I haven't seen nobody do that to Kobe.
He lost to Jason Terry.
Jason Terry averaged the same amount of points as LeBron James in the finals.
Speaking of which, I personally exposed this scrub head-to-head myself a few months ago.
Oh, man, I remember this. Man, this was a shout fest. I do feel for you guys because, you know, who would have thought Gilbert Arenas was going to show up on the show? So, but you all, you guys were going at him, man. And I appreciated you going at him, but I wish there was some moderation going on because it turned into a shout fest. And Gilbert was just, man, Gilbert pissed me off on that stream, man.
YouTube live stream. But first, for those of you who do not know, I appear semi-regularly on Fearless with Jason Whitlock.
I've seen you there.
Yeah, that's me right there. And here I am in my most recent appearance there discussing LeBron just about a week and a half ago. And I, who actually am a big Kobe guy, am still out here bringing this man's name up and defending him.
Yes,
Where
sir.
do we see an example of LeBron defying all odds and leading a team to a championship, a challenging championship? It's never happened. In 22 years, we're still waiting. Conversely, we have plenty of other examples of that. Well, I'm saying we have plenty other examples of that, including Michael Jordan. I will even present to you Kobe Bryant with Pau Gasol as his only other All-Star. Kobe Bryant winning back-to-back NBA championships without another top 75 player.
Yeah.
In a loaded Western Conference where he's playing 50-win teams in the first round.
I'll throw in 90-91 Jordan. That one came out of nowhere. No one expected it, especially having to go through the bad boy Pistons, and then right afterwards you got Magic and the Lakers. That was unprecedented. Then 93 to three-peat. Their regular season record was not good, guys. In 92-93, they were exhausted, they were drained, yet somehow they still beat the MVP in Charles Barkley with my Phoenix Suns. By far the best team in the league was the Phoenix Suns. But no, Jordan came up and did it. And then again in 98 to pull that off. The team was broken down, injured, exhausted. Dennis was off the rails. It was all crumbling. It was the last dance. Everyone was about to get fired. Like, it was, yeah, to win a championship in those 3 years, very impressive for Jordan. And yeah, Kobe, those two with Pau, incredibly impressive.
That's what people who are actually Kobe guys do. Yet every time Kobe is brought up to Gil, slander.
Last thing is if LeBron would have actually won that championship against the Spurs when he was still with the Cavs, first tenure, that would have been up there on that list too. Like right up there. Like, how did he pull that off? But no, he didn't even come close. I don't even think they won one game, did they? They got swept that time?
And so too was the case when he showed up on the MJFB YouTube live stream that I am on from time to time on Sundays. There I went head to head with the Hibachi.
I just want to see if I remember, I recognize some of you guys in the chat. I don't see anybody right here though. But some of you subscribers over here, I saw you guys chatting in there.
From time to time on Sundays. There, I went head-to-head with the Hibachi Gilbert Arenas on the Kobe-LeBron topic and scorched him. Yes, suffice it to say, I absolutely humiliated and destroyed this guy. I mean, he had no answers for anything I was throwing his way.
Yeah, actually, you were crushing him, and then he would intentionally start picking a fight with somebody else on the panel, and then it would kind of just go around in circles. But, man, if you had a one-on-one with him, without all the distraction, that would be pretty epic, Skap.
Gil, I want to ask you a legitimate question.
Did you guys see this? Because this is pretty crazy. Let me know in the comments. Did you guys watch this?
Question here. I want to ask you a follow-up. I did not get a satisfactory response to my answer earlier from you, and I do respect you taking the time and hopping on, but I have to get an answer to this because one of the basketball takes that has annoyed me the most, this is Skap Attack here. One of the basketball takes that has plagued me my entire life. I'm a few years younger than you. I watched Kobe Bryant and LeBron James their entirety of their careers. You mentioned in your answer as to what makes someone the GOAT or what makes someone great to you is their ability to dominate and impact both sides of the ball. Kobe Bryant is one of 3 players in NBA history to make at least 10 All-NBA first teams and 10 All-NBA defensive selections.
Sir.
Him, Tim Duncan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's it. Gil, Kobe Bryant led an NBA decade in scoring, in points per game, in points averaged, and he made 9 All-NBA defensive teams during that span. He went to 7 championships, and he won 5 back-to-back without a single other top 75 player. Has LeBron ever dominated a season to that degree? Have we seen LeBron take relatively little help? Because say what you will about Pau Gasol, he is not a top 75 player. He was a one-time All-Star with 0 All-NBA team selections through 7 years when he arrived in LA. Kobe took that, went to 3 straight NBA championships, won back-to-back, and dominated the playoffs against 50-win opponents at every level. Have we ever seen LeBron reach that peak? Have we ever seen it to the degree that you can justify putting him above Kobe Bryant, who did it at a high level at both ends of the floor while winning challenging championships?
Well, you got to say longevity, right, plays a part.
Jeopardy?
Right, it plays a part.
forsake.
No, it doesn't.
You're saying the teams LeBron James took to the championship were talented?
More so than anything Kobe Bryant had in the second iteration of his career when he went to 3 straight and won back-to-back. Yes.
So on his team, who was as good as Paul Gasol on his team?
Let's take a look at LeBron's greatest championship ever. You know, the one that made him the GOAT in his own mind, the 2016 3-1 comeback against the 73-9 Warriors. Kevin Love on that team was the third option for that 2016 Cavs team.
Right.
The year prior, the year before he joined up in Cleveland, Kevin Love was in his mid-20s. He was second-team All-NBA.
Yep.
He averaged 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. At the time, it was the only such line in NBA history.
Yep, MVP candidate. The MVP candidate. I'm glad Skap says it too. I've been shouting it from the rooftops. He was one of the best in the league.
He was top 5 that season in PER, win share, BPM, VORP. Kevin Love was an undisputed top 10 player the year before he went to Cleveland and became the third option on a team that included Kyrie Irving. That team is the team that I'm talking about. He had far more help than the Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom.
Would you take Kevin Love over Paul Gasol?
Yeah.
But at the time that Pau Gasol went to LA in his 7th year and the time that Kevin Love went in his 6th year to join up in Cleveland, unequivocally, yes.
Yeah, I would too. And that's no diss to Pau. Pau's great, but no, Kevin Love was on a whole nother level at that point.
Did you say 7th year? Hold on.
Pau Gasol was in his 7th NBA season when he was traded to LA in 2008.
And Gil again has no answer here, starts frantically Googling things, only to find out, of course, everything I am saying is checking out. So then, of course, in a desperate attempt to try to justify his garbage take on LeBron over Kobe, he, like countless other LeBron jock sniffers, falls on the tired and trusted Shaq carried Kobe crutch.
Yeah. Kevin Love
was in his 6th NBA season. Look, Pau Gasol was a one-time All-Star in 2008. No All-NBA teams. Kevin Love was a 2-time All-NBA second-team selection.
Yeah, so if Gil's going to change the conversation to, he had Shaq, that now has eliminated the entire actual discussion. Because the discussion was who had less help. You know, like have you ever seen LeBron win with that little help? And the answer was supposed to be yes or no. But now Gil's going to change the conversation to he had Shaq on those first 3. Well, 2 out of 4 of LeBron. He had Dwayne Wade and freaking Chris Bosh. And then another one, he had Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. And then another one, he had prime AD plus a bunch of young bucks hungry. So, yeah, what are you going to do?
By the 6th year with Minnesota when he went to join LeBron. Remember, Gil, they traded away the first overall pick in Cleveland to bring on Kevin Love.
Can I ask Jay one question?
And wait, Kevin Love had a rebounding title too. Don't forget about that.
So if we're gonna use that, so Kobe has 5 rings, right?
Correct.
3 of the rings, he wasn't the lead dog. So if we take those 3,
here we go. And then this is what we do. Okay, so then let's just eliminate 3 out of 4 of LeBron's championships then. Cool. Kobe still wins 2-1. Who beats them all? MJ.
And then go against Shaquille against LeBron's 4.
Gil, how are we defining lead dog? Because let me give you a real quick overview of Kobe's 2 rings.
I'm with you on that one, sports and fitness. You just said some bullshit right there. Hoping everyone would get distracted. And also the technique was to piss everyone off. As you can see, I'm going to rewind it in a second. The reaction from everyone, it's going to explode the panel. And that's exactly what he wanted. Because he couldn't answer this. So the only way he can get out, it's like what do we used to call him? Like the ninja vanish, the smoke bomb. It's like dropping a smoke bomb and dipping out. Is exactly what this technique is. I'll rewind it for a sec. So it was calm.
Signing lead.
Hold up. Okay.
Against LeBron's 4.
All right, so everyone's chill. And it's about to blow.
Gil, how are we defining lead dog? Because let me give you a real quick overview of Kobe's 3 rings with Shaquille O'Neal. I'll give you a real quick
Yeah,
overview.
it's over now.
In 4 finals runs with Shaq. In 4 finals runs with Shaq,
Wait,
because
just
Shaq and Kobe went
laughing.
through 4 NBA finals.
This guy.
Shaq averaged 1 more point per game than Kobe in the 4 playoff runs that presented finals appearances for the Lakers. Kobe led the NBA playoffs in clutch time scoring. He led not only the Lakers, he led the NBA playoffs in clutch time scoring in that three-peat. He was all NBA defense first or second team. He was the leading assist player on the Lakers.
Oh, sorry. I keep seeing names that I know. Well, what's up, all of you? There's too many. There's too many of you. It's awesome seeing you guys part of all the communities.
And the lead ball handler and facilitator. Are we really sure that Kobe was not just a co-best player? Are we sure that people like you that like to present Kobe in revisionism as a Robin or as a second option? Are we sure that it wasn't a Batman?
People like me, didn't I say Kobe is my favorite player of all time?
Yet you're constantly trying to prove that he wasn't nearly as good as LeBron James. Cool.
You did, but I still like justification of why LeBron James is above him. And this has been bothering me for 20 years of how and when. See, this is why I don't like the LeBron and Jordan comparison.
Listen.
Kobe.
See, that's why I say you argue for who you like versus arguing for somebody else.
After I easily destroyed this premise, Arenas slithered back into his little hole, claiming Kobe was in fact his favorite player.
I've seen Kobe do some shit that's never been done before, and probably never will.
And yet, Gil was at it again recently as he took up for LeBron over Kobe on a recent episode of his Gil's Arena.
Okay, so I forgot what we were doing here. So now we're gonna get to the recent stuff because this just took me down memory lane of that whole panel. That was a crazy watch. Okay, all right, let's see what he did now. Because it's already been established that Gilbert is, I mean, he's willing. It's not that Kobe wasn't his favorite. It probably was his favorite. But, we're all pretty sure that Clutch Sports is paying Gilbert to, even bash on his own favorite players, in order to prop up LeBron. So let's see what he did this time.
Also got pretty heated in the process, calling Kobe a sidekick.
He was the sidekick until he got rid of Shaq and did 1-2 for himself. So technically, when you're looking at it, he was a sidekick for 3, 2 as a real main character.
Now, I just need to reiterate.
That's so stupid. If you're gonna do that, then you take away all of Scottie Pippen's championships because he was a sidekick in all those. If you're gonna do that, then Shaq doesn't get his 4th because he was the sidekick in Miami for those finals. If you're going to do that, you take away, 4 of Magic's? No, I would say about 3 of Magic's championships because Kareem was the guy at that point. That's not how this works, Gil.
The point I made in the previous head-to-head debate I had with Gil and really emphasize this point here once again, as I have done in multiple other videos. But in case you need to see this again, Shaq and Kobe played in the NBA together for 8 years, went to 4 NBA finals and won 3 of them. They won their first championship in that 1999-2000 season and played in their last finals together in the 2003-2004 season. That is a 5-year span with 5 seasons worth of data to evaluate, which is over 90 games of sample size. And this is not a small sample. During those 90-plus games, which resulted in 3 titles, Shaq averaged 27 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Fantastic.
While Kobe would average 26 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Boy, I'll tell you, MJ would have loved it if Pippen could have put up these numbers. Or if anybody could have put up these numbers. These aren't sidekick numbers. Same way that Kyrie Irving, when he was playing with LeBron, he wasn't putting up sidekick numbers. That's a co-headliner right there. You know, Jordan never had a co-headliner. Yes, Kobe did have a co-headliner for those first 3 championships. That's why if he didn't win at least one championship without Shaq, the premise always would have been you can't win without Shaq. We all know this. This is what it was. But Kobe came in and he won 2. You know what I mean? So it's completely validated. They were co-headliners. They split up, and Shaq was able to get 1 without Kobe. Kobe was able to get 2 without Shaq. This is what it is.
1 point fewer. That is what Kobe averaged in 5 years worth of playoff runs and 4 titles appearances. 1 fewer point per game than Shaq. But over that 5-year span, Bryant would be named All-NBA Defensive First Team 3 times and Second Team Defense twice. So Kobe, who was the best perimeter defender on the planet during that time span, was not just scoring those points, he was defending the best player on the other team. Also, you have to look at when those points were being scored, something Arenas clearly isn't smart enough to do.
So you're saying Kobe Bryant? So you're saying Kobe Bryant won the #1 option in the fourth quarter when it came down to it?
Yes, thank you. See, if we could just stop it here and have a normal conversation without Gil obviously about to start shouting and manipulating, that's the end right there. Because if you guys were watching basketball at that point, Shaq, dominated first 3 quarters. I'd say first 3.5 quarters. But Kobe was right there. Who was the closer? It was Kobe. Why? Because the Hack-a-Shaq existed, and Shaq never got his free throws up into a positive realm. It was always, 50% right around there. So guess what? Shaq sometimes would sit on the bench. Shaq a lot of times at this point was fouled out. And if he was still in the game, it was a Hack-a-Shaq technique. So guess what? You don't want the ball to go into Shaq's hands. Kobe had to take over on the offensive end. It's not slander. It's just the truth. You can go watch all the regular season games, all the playoff games. I almost said PlayStation. And you'll see it almost every game where it's close. Kobe had to take over at that point. No diss on Shaq. This is reality.
The #1 option on the
There you go.
team.
He's just
See, in 2 of their
Yelling.
3 rings together in the 2000 and 2001 runs, Bryant didn't just lead his team in fourth quarter scoring, he led the entire league.
I'll tell you what, if on the Bulls, Jordan was the guy, the primary, like if it was the opposite, if Jordan was the guy the first 3.5 quarters, and then Pippen took over and did all the scoring in the fourth, dude, we would remember Scottie Pippen on a whole different light. But that's not what happened. Jordan was the consistent one all 4 quarters, and he was the closer. That's why he's the GOAT.
While leading the league in playoff clutch time scoring, even in that first title run in 99-2000. Finally, Kobe also led the Lakers in assists per game during those runs, which Arenas just wanted to talk about rebounds and points on his show recently.
Shaquille O'Neal averaged 30 and 15. Kobe averaged 29.
Okay.
But factoring in Kobe's points
1 point.
assisted as well as scored, he accounted for a larger percentage of the Lakers' total offense than Shaquille O'Neal in the playoffs during their 4 finals runs, as Kobe scored or assisted on 2,785 of the Lakers' 8,217 points during LA's 4 finals runs, good for 34%, while Shaq accounted for only 32% of the total offense during that time.
Yeah, I've already seen Gil talk about assists. He doesn't respect assists at all because he was just a gunslinger himself. So he was a selfish player. He doesn't appreciate assisting baskets. He never has, and it just is what it is. If it's not points, if somebody if he was guarding the point guard and the point guard got 15 assists on him, he wouldn't consider that like, oh man, I got crushed. The guy's got to score points on him in order to get crushed. So he doesn't, I don't know, man. And who knows, he might even be trolling about that.
So now, let's just recap. Kobe accounted for more offense, while also being the best defender at his position league-wide, and leading the league in fourth quarter scoring and clutch time scoring, yet was somehow carried as some kind of a sidekick or Robin figure. Complete and total nonsense out of this lying fraud Arenas.
3 of them, you was a sidekick.
I got drafted.
Not to mention, the entire premise of this conversation was flawed, as the entire argument spawned over who was the best killer.
Who is the better killer?
Kobe.
Jordan,
Oh.
LeBron, Kobe. Put them in order.
Jordan, Kobe, Bird. The hell do you think LeBron is doing on that list? He's not going to be on that list.
And hell, I already got Gil to admit that Kobe trumped LeBron easily in that category.
You said it. You said Kobe was a closer. But the last 5 minutes, the star takes over. In today's game, the Lukas, right, the Shays, that wasn't LeBron's skill. That's not LeBron's skill, right? That's why he wasn't successful at the end until he got someone who could do that.
So maybe...
LeChoke is real, Gil.
When Gil is tired of picking on guys outside of his weight class on this topic, he can have me on to fully discuss it. Just me and Gil for as long as he wants.
Dude, I've been asking for this, Skap. I hope this happens. I'll be there watching for this one.
Get the word out. I will fly myself to his studio and do this in person. Until then, YouTube, if you have stumbled upon this video or have been watching videos of mine for a while now but are not subscribed, please consider doing so as I appreciate it greatly. And stay up to date with me. Until next time.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Subscribe to Skap. Oh, sorry, man. Allergies got the best of me at the end there. What do I have to say? Most importantly, yeah, I really hope you get that one-on-one with Gilbert, because yeah, man, you've got these stats in your head memorized, and it's pretty badass. So it would be fun to see it if it was like moderated of sorts. But if it's one-on-one, maybe it doesn't have to be moderated. You can hopefully take turns speaking, asking questions and answering and going back and forth. It's tough for the guy like Gil, because he just starts shouting over people. He's that Becky, and yeah, I feel bad for you, man, but I still hope you do it, because you do much better at this than I would. Because honestly, if someone just starts shouting, I'm not going to start shouting over them because the conversation's going to be over. I would just sit there and stare until they're done with their tantrum, and then calmly continue to talk. It actually might be good and entertaining in a different way too, because I would not be shouting. Like, that's the trick. That's the bait, is to get you angry. And if you get angry, then you start raising your voice, and then you start losing focus, But I'd love to see it. Gilbert is just a weasel. He's not a real person. He doesn't have real beliefs, and if he does, he has sacrificed that for whatever paycheck he's getting from Clutch Sports. And anyways, guys, this did exactly what I thought it would do. It would just irritate me, because, dude, Gilbert Arenas just pisses me off. I don't know if you guys watch his channel, but I don't, because, it's just not my style. He's not my style. But on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys for the After Dark. Probably something a little more chill than this. And Skap, if you guys haven't subbed over to Skap's channel, I highly suggest it. It's great stuff. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do so. And if you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, happy 26th. I will see you in the comments, and then I'll also see you for the After Dark, all right? Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out.